Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a special one for you because we're both in love with this bowling ball.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not going to say that doesn't happen every time, but I like it on one thing, he likes it on another thing. So today we got the Zen Gold label for you. Everybody's been talking about it. It's a beautiful bowling ball. I love the way it rolls. We're going to go out here and we're just going to kind of just pour our hearts out.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that it's, as a 900 global amateur staff, it's nice to actually have a 900 global release. All right, we've been showing Roto Grip, we've been showing Storm, we've been showing all these things. So now, since the eternity, we now have something new. This Zen Gold label. It's got something special to it. It really does.
I've been bowling on house shots with it down here and being successful. This guy's out on the PBA 50 tour being successful with it. So we're going to give you our input from both sides, and hopefully this helps. All right.
All right. Let's get striking.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. No practice shots, fresh house shot. Let's see what we got. All right, so first shot, no practice shots on this lane yet. We kind of practiced on the other lane, so obviously got to move a little bit right, see how this ball handles it. All right, moving two right here. Whoop. Might have given that one a little bit of business, so I might try and throw that one the same and split the difference here and move one back to the left here. And I think that last one might have had a pink pin in it, so they were doing a little bit of a special this morning. So if you guys see some pink pins, that's what that's about. So I'm gonna split the difference, see if we can get one to strike. Woo! All right, I'm already tired. 0 for 3, but I swear we're gonna get one to go through there a little bit better than that. All right, we got a pink pin again. Another pink pin, that's exciting. What do I get if I strike? All right, we split the 8-9, so we're in a good spot. We're gonna have Buddy up next. I know a lot of people are gonna wanna see me comparing it to a Zen, or a lot of people like to see the comparisons. They wanna know the differences. I'm gonna be upfront with you. I did not like the original Zen as much as other people did. Somebody with my amount of hand, that large of a core, the ball just kinda didn't have the down lane reaction I was looking for. This new cover on that same core, chef's kiss perfect to me. So we're gonna let Buddy hit the lanes now and see what we got.
All right, guys, like Scott said, I had a Zen too. I gave mine away. I know the expression Zen ball good. Not gonna say it wasn't a good ball, it was. It didn't work for me. It just didn't have the reaction that I wanted down lane. This Zen Gold label is giving me what I need, so. Now that Scott has transitioned the lanes for me, let's see what happens, see if I can actually throw a strike.
You're welcome.
Scott, that's how you do it, Scott. That's how you do it, okay? And so if you need to know, that's how you throw a strike in a video, trying to demo a ball.
You have a little more experience than I do.
I wouldn't call it experience, it's called wisdom and age and luck.
All right, we'll go with that.
All right, I got a pink pin. I'm standing right now, looks like 30. I'm gonna look at about 15 or 16 at the arrows. All right, so as I said at the start of my session, the Zen, I couldn't do that with the Zen. Now there are a lot of people who have a lot of hand, a lot of capabilities that could get the ball to recover from that part of the lane. For the Zen, it labored for me. I couldn't get the ball to recover from that spot and go through the pins as well as this gold label's doing. This is why I think this gold label is an improvement on the Zen, because this cover stock is giving us the ability to move more left with this Zen than the original. and really kind of go through the pins nice. Stand about 32 with my feet, looking at about 17, 18 at the arrows. Oh!
We got that on video.
That sucked. So I was at Jack's 60 in Jackson, Michigan, bowling in the PBA 50 World Series of Bowling. And I used this ball primarily on Amuletto Monticelli 40-foot pattern and the Petraglia 46-foot pattern. Later in the block. Wasn't a fresh ball, wasn't something I used in a fresh, but I did use it, I want to say games 4, 5, and 6, when the lanes transitioned and I moved left and I had to get into 4th arrow. I was able to put this ball in my hand and it struck. It was awesome. The ball is nice. As you guys know, I don't have the hand that Scott has. I don't have as many revolutions as he has. But this is where it shows the benefit of this bowling ball. I'm able to move left, throw it right, and the ball's going to recover. So I'm going to hand it back to Scott and let him throw some strikes, and so maybe he can push it through the hole.
All right, so now that Buddy broke him down for me, we're gonna jump a little left here like he did. I think this ball handles getting through the heads a little bit cleaner, better than most bowling balls here. Woo, gee. So, you got his take on being out, you know, at his tour stops, and for me it's been a little bit different. I haven't really had the opportunity to throw it on too many patterns. Some in a few leagues down here at this house, Bears and Davey. First set with it was like 740, second set with it was like 740, and then I went and bowled a tournament over on the west coast of Florida, and I know a lot of you guys from this channel actually follow me on TikTok. We had a few thousand viewers at the time. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. I did shoot 299 the first game with it, and then I followed that up with a 300. I think I moved maybe a board or two. Just with how clean it gets through the front part of the lane, that front transition doesn't really affect it too much, or at least as much as it did with the original one, just because of how much sooner it saw it and how much kind of slower it was down lane. That's the term that most of the guys use. That just means it's not as aggressive. It doesn't really jackknife as much in the back. This one does. This one has tons of hitting power for me. I've been in love with it ever since I put the 3 holes in it. So let's see if we can get some more to go through the pins like that, because I look good on that one. All right. Little moves here, just one left here off of that last one. See how we can get this one to go through. Oh, that's in. Man. Woo! So that was the 27 pin rack. I don't know if you guys could hear it at home. It was a little loud. It's just the oily part of the lane. With how clean it is, it stores up so much energy that it doesn't labor when you keep it in the oily part of the lane. It gets to the dry part, and it just kind of faces up really well. It reminds me a lot, it has that lane awareness of what the Infinite Physics had when I was in love with that ball, when that ball first came out. Now, totally different ends. I mean, this is symmetrical, the Infinite Physics is asymmetric. But the way in which they kind of just know where they are on the lane and do what you need them to do at all times, it's kind of like that Swiss Army knife where it's like, okay, what do I need a ball to do? I don't know, but the Zen Gold label can do it. So I kind of have that mindset when I pull it out of my bag and throw it. Let's give you one more, and then we're going to let Buddy show off. All right, big move here. We're going 3. Going high flush kind of scares me, so 3 left, bring the ball down a little, slow it down, see if we can loop it. Handles it perfect, man. It's just, that's as good as you're gonna get.
All right, Scott, you proved your point. You can strike. Okay, you can strike. Sorry, I doubted you. All right, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna move right with this ball, and I'm gonna play more of the second arrow and kind of push it out to about 6 or 7 down lane, just kind of play down and in with it, see what it looks like. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I'm going to give it a try. Did that a little harder than what I normally do, but that was the purpose. I kind of wanted to throw it down and in and give it the work. We're going to try it again and see if I can repeat that. All right. Again, I'm looking at second arrow. It doesn't mean I'm going to hit it, but I'm looking at it. And I'm pushing it out to 6-7. Miss left. But got a new oil. All right, so the ball is extremely versatile. It has a lot of capabilities. It's something I have in my arsenal permanently now, and not because I'm on 900 Global staff. I'm having it in my arsenal because I really find it to be something I'm going to use more often. I'm getting ready to go out to the Players Championship here in Virginia, the PBA 50 Players Championship. It's going to be in my arsenal. I'm planning on Mark Roth 42-foot pattern. So I'm fairly certain I'll probably start with the 900 Global Exponent, and then I will migrate most likely to this Zen Gold label, and hopefully it gives me enough striking power. So I'm going to throw one more, and I'm going to hand it back to Scott and see if he can keep striking. Moving way left. Way left for me is left.
You're left of where I was.
I am now. Wasn't well executed, which is why I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Scott Anderson, who can get that far left and get the ball to come back.
Expectations, here we go. Pressure on. All right, just putting the pressure on. So we were 33 before. I saw you were around 37, 38 just now. Let's go to 42.
Go for it.
Let's really test it out here. All right, so I got to do my little counting here.
It's a good thing you're a math teacher.
Yeah. All right, so the ball comes down here. If we really want to try and get this to hook, we're gonna have to change our tilt and speed.
Folks, that's why I have him do that, not me.
I look pretty good. As usual, got to explore both parts of the lane here. So I moved left, only got to move right. Got to get out of the way so you guys can see it. So let me move back a little, pick up some speed here. So we're on 13 now. I don't like to be defeated. One more try. All right. Moving to right. Squaring it up here. I'm gonna try and get out of the way so you guys can see it. I always get nervous.
Do you need me to show you how to do this?
We're going again. All right. Here we go. All right, so it's pretty apparent by now, if you guys haven't seen it, I had a Bowl Expo video out there of me throwing it. I kind of told everybody what it was all about. We understand this ball's cleaner than the original Zen.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a lot more pack.
Got more
lane.
punch. It's got, yeah, definitely got a lot more punch down lane, and the ability to migrate left with this ball is much greater than it was with the Zen, in my opinion.
Night and day, 100%. And this is coming from somebody who's my first ever game with my Zen was a 300. So for me to kind of throw a 300 with a ball and be like, you know what?
Yeah, big deal. Right?
Listen, I watch Darren Tang's videos. Everybody says Zen ball good.
Right.
We've heard it over and over again, right? Everybody loved it. Zen Master, some people love, some people didn't love. Zen Soul, some people love, some people didn't love. I know the original Zen was where it was at though, right?
Right.
So unfortunately, it just wasn't there for me. And if this is where we're going to be starting, you know, with some of these newer ones, we've got that batch 801. I hope you guys tried the drink. It is as advertised,
yeah.
And that's to me what makes a great ball is when they tell you it's going to do something and it does it.
Right.
I've said this before. I said it about the DNA when they first released it. I had multiple honor scores with it because I knew what I was getting into. And when you know what you're getting into, and they tell you what it's supposed to do, and you go out there and it does it,
right.
That gives you reliability not only in your ball but the ball company as well. And I think they knocked this one and, like you said, the Exponent out of the park.
Yeah, it's a ball that I was honestly skeptical about, I will admit, because it's the same core, same density and everything as the original. So I was like, is a cover stock really going to make that much of a difference? Is it really going to be, you know, that much of a change? And I was surprised significantly that a cover stock could do that much. And this Reserve 801 batch cover stock that they put on this ball really does give it the teeth it needs down lane to, you know, respond to the friction and turn left.
100%. Over time, this is what's happened with our sport. Technology has gotten to the point where cover stock is just a much larger percent of a bowling ball's overall reaction.
It's key. It's key.
It was, you know, core for a while. Then we had the static weight. You know, ounce, 3 ounces now. It's just over time that cover is going to eventually mean everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the first one where me and you both were like, all right, I'm convinced.
I believe
you got
it.
me.
I believe it.
So
I'll go with it.
yeah, absolutely. It's available now, guys. Go out and get it. It is, like I said, as advertised. If you need a cleaner, and what we mean by cleaner is it doesn't read the fronts too bad. So as the front of the lane starts to go, which is where your bowling ball picks up most of the oil,
right.
This ball gets through that drier part of the lane a lot better. So it's not going to kind of, you know, jerk too much in the fronter part of the lane. And in turn, that does help it store up its energy. So that's kind of why this ball has that reaction.
That's good.
Love it.
New Zen ball good.
New Zen ball good. Bowling with Buddy. This guy is my buddy. I love having him around, so go check out his channel as always. Thank you guys for being here. And
appreciate the shameless plug. That's good.
Never shameless.
Bowling with Buddy.
See you in the next one.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
guys.